magnificent.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, you just caught me then. I was just gazing at the stars. What a wonderful world we live in. Have I introduced myself? My name is Mad Scientist Hannon, and I am here to perform an experiment to the boys and girls around the world. Yes, you heard correctly, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mad Scientist Hannon!
And I am Professor Mullally.
And we are here today to perform an experiment. Woo! Now, all you will need to perform this experiment is the following: vinegar, milk, it doesn't have to be long life milk,
And some oil, any oil at all.
any oil will do,
And some water, tap water.
tap water,
Mad Scientist Hannon, cold water, hot water. What do you think?
cold water for this experiment.
Cold water.
So, vinegar, milk, oil and water, and not to forget,
The ginger biscuits.
ginger biscuit. Is pour each of the things onto the biscuits.
On top of the biscuit.
On top of the biscuits.
Wow.
But before we do that, we need to make a prediction.
Prediction, you said.
Make a prediction.
What does prediction mean?
It means where you have a think about what might happen when you pour the vinegar onto the biscuit, the milk onto the biscuit, the oil onto the biscuit, and the water onto the biscuit.
So a prediction is a little bit like a guess. You're guessing.
You're guessing. You stand correct.
Thank you.
Okay, ready for my prediction?
So, Mad Scientist Hannon, she thought and she thought and she thought some more about what would happen to the biscuits once they were covered in vinegar, milk, oil and water. Which biscuit will last the longest? What do you think, home learners? Aha! Mad Scientist Hannon made a prediction that the biscuit which was in the oil would last the longest. But Professor Mullally begged to differ, and she thought that the one in the milk would last the longest. Next up, Mad Scientist Hannon had to think about whether or not the biscuit would change colour. It turned out that
Yes, I
Mad
do.
Scientist Hannon did think that
Yeah.
the biscuit would change colour. Next up, Mad Scientist Hannon had to think about whether the biscuits would get bigger or smaller. What do you think, home learners?
Bigger or smaller?
She took some time to think. Bigger, she said. She hoped her predictions were correct. I wonder what you will predict at home. After that, Professor Mullally poured the liquids onto the biscuits. They waited patiently for quite some time, 20 minutes to be exact. Mad Scientist Hannon is extremely impatient, whereas Professor Mullally is a bit better. They danced as they waited, which made the time go much quicker. Back to the experiment, scientists.
Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to our experiment.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Now then, before you saw that I predicted that the biscuit in the oil would last the longest, and I thought that they would change color. I also thought that they might expand and get a little bigger. Professor Mullally, could you talk us through the experiment, please?
I can. Now then, let me see. Oh, wow, Mad Scientist Hannon. I'm just looking at the one in the water.
No.
The one in the water has gone a little paler. Let me Oh, it's so soggy to touch.
Oh, soggy to
Ever
touch.
so soggy. Oh my goodness, just look at that.
What about the one in the oil?
Oh, it's beautiful and shiny. It's gone all shiny. Oh, it's really quite hard, so it has lasted a long time.
Aha! Maybe my prediction is on to a winner.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. So it's really quite hard. And if you have a look, it's darker. So it has also changed colours because it's actually gone darker.
I was right.
Wow. Now my prediction is that this will have lasted so long in the milk. Let me just... Oh my goodness. It's gone to mush, Miss.
It looks even soggier than the one in the water.
It is. So that hasn't lasted long at all.
Not at all. The one
Professor
in the
Mullally.
milk.
Ooh,
You was
what a
wrong.
fright.
Don't worry about it, Professor Mullally.
Let me check
The
this one.
vinegar.
Oh, let me pick this one up, look. It's gone. Has it changed colour much? Not really. It's not really changed colour.
Oh.
Oh, no. This one's mushy too. But I wouldn't say it's as mushy as the one in milk, Mad Scientist Hannon.
So, overall, my prediction that the biscuit in the oil will last the longest is correct. Maybe you could have a go at this experiment at home and fill out your predictions. I'm just going to write about what happened. We cannot wait to see your experiments from